Thank you.
Radio Raheem here with the Filipino Flash.
Radio Raheem.
That's what it is. Radio Raheem with Nonito, Donaire, sitting ringside for Nicholas Walters and Lomachenko, man. Everybody thought this thing was going to be a war, like maybe even better than Kovalev-Ward. At what point in this fight did you think, hey, this might not turn out that way?
Well, after the second round, I knew that Walters was holding his punches. I knew that Lomachenko was getting comfortable. And from that moment on, and I told this to Jesse Vargas, I said, you know what, he's gonna lose it. He's gonna lose it. And right from there, he just wouldn't throw his punches. And yeah, right off the second round, that's when I noticed that it wasn't gonna be the war that we expected to be.
Why do you think that was? Why was he not able to let his hands go?
Well, there's a lot of opportunities for him to do that, but he didn't do it. And I think that, you know, like what Roy is saying, Roy Jones, you know, that the mentality that he has is that, you know, he came in there with the mindset that I'm not getting taken care of. Why they just gonna put me against a lion and you know, and have a really difficult fight. And for him, he was focused on all that crap rather than focus on winning.
Is Lomachenko as good as they say? Where do you put him on the pound for pound list?
Well, right now, he's fought the same way since I saw him. You know, and he's still getting better, though. He's getting better, but we're something that we expect. We haven't seen him. That's something that we have not expected of him yet. But he definitely is coming in there with the same Lomachenko style type of fighting or lateral movement. And one way or another, someone's gonna figure out how to fight those type of fight, and that's when we'll see if he's capable of overcoming someone who knows how he moves.
Well, Bob's already talking about Lomachenko, Pacquiao. He was talking about it last week. If that fight were to happen, what do you think? How do you think it would go?
Yeah, put me in a fucking mix, man. You know, with Lomachenko, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's just, it's like me going with Canelo or Triple G, man. It just doesn't make sense for boxing wise. But then again, with Lomachenko, he's the type of person that just keeps surprising us in the way he fights. It's just that at this time it's premature to compare him and put in the ring with a legendary fighter like Manny Pacquiao.
Oh, I think I just heard you call him out. If you were to be put in the mix, as you say,
yes sir, yes
well,
sir.
I mean, what do you see that makes you feel like you'd be successful?
One thing for sure is that even if he gets the better of me, you'll never see me quit. And secondly, it's gonna be a fun fight.
Let me take you back to last week before I let you go. Obviously, it's a controversial decision there too. Ward Kovalev. Just how'd you call it once the fight was over?
I thought that Ward did enough, you know, to showcase his victory. I mean, I couldn't contest any if it went the other way, but I thought that Ward did enough to do it. I mean, you know, he went out there, he initiated, he thought he created differences in all the rounds from the halfway on point or you know, 4th, 5th round and above. He initiated and created the difference in the fight, while Kovalev never really adjusted. And I think if you're really looking at the fight, you gotta look at all of the overall thing. But then again, that's just my opinion. Everybody has their own.
You know, you're one of these guys who is known for coming up with a fight plan, coming in with a very honed strategy. So to see a guy like Ward a second time, it seems like it's going to be really tough to beat him if you couldn't beat him the first time. If we see a rematch, which we expect to see, how do you expect it to go?
Well, Ward exactly knows how to take care of Kovalev's way of fighting. But I think Kovalev just needs to release his hands and not be able to worry about anything, because when it really comes down to punches, he's the more powerful guy. But Ward is going to see through it. You know, he's always been the type of person. We've seen him in the Super 6. We've seen him in all the other fights, and we know what he's capable of, and he knows how to take your weapon away from you, and that's exactly what he did with Kovalev.
Does Ward top your pound for pound list now?
He's number one. I've always been number one.
Radio Raheem with the Filipino Flash. Nonito, Donaire. Always a pleasure, sir. We'll see you at the next one.